Tonight, we cover the Saudi Arabia issue a little bit further, and we'll watch the video they didn't want you to see. Hi, I'm Craig, and welcome to Just Informed Talk. This is another video in the same night. This is kind of a rare thing for me, but a lot of things went wrong in my last video, and it was very suspicious when I started reporting on a topic that I thought was completely fair game. But I like to start here by saying thank you to each and every one of my subscribers, and if you haven't, make sure you come here and click the big red subscribe button. I need all the people to get on board as I can. Make sure you hit the bell for notifications, and then you'll be notified as soon as these videos get posted. But I need all of you to come here and support this channel. So what we're going to talk about, though, first things first, there's no new Q posts. But what we will talk about is a video that I just made, and we're going to look at it for just 1 second here. So here's a little excerpt to what I was playing in my video where this complete out of nowhere lag in sound comes in. And I don't know. On my end, everything should have recorded just as it was presented. So I have no idea, but I know that YouTube hates Mike C3RN0VlCH. I've figured that out at least so far. So let's watch this for 1 second here of exactly what's going on and why we should all be concerned. So I'm going to turn the mic over to my friend Mike C3RN0VlCH. Why don't you guys take a listen to him right now? And as you can see here, the sound doesn't kick in until, I don't know, well into the few minute mark.
Airstrike missiles
completely off.
shooting
so-called. We're going to start now by watching that clip again, and I dare them to try to censor it another time. So you guys sit back and relax, and you'll hear my friend Mike C3RN0VlCH as I turn the mic over to him for the second time to let him inform you guys on his theory about what's going on.
Yeah, well, they've always wanted World War III, and it looks like we're now going to have a proxy war in Syria, and it'll be the U.S., Saudi Arabia, and Israel. I don't know if you saw this, but there are things that you can watch that if you're woke, you know what is happening. So there was a bunch of news footage of Saudi airstrike missiles shooting so-called Iranian missiles, and then that went viral. And you're like, well, wait a minute. Why is that clip going viral? So we'll talk about the Trump-Russian diplomats, but something important yesterday happened that all woke people noticed is whenever you're starting to see a new messaging, you're like, oh, wait a minute, they got their talking points now from the deep state.
Oh, that's how,
so
I mean, they still attack us with stuff that Podesta wrote 2 years ago. You know, gay frogs, nobody died at Newtown, all exactly. So you see the new talking points coming out that Saudi Arabia is going to help in Syria. Saudi Arabia's got weapons to fight Iran if Iran attacks them. It's the idea that Iran's getting ready to attack.
Exactly. So you're now seeing these great viral videos, and I retweeted one of the videos yesterday. They go, the Houthi rebels in Yemen backed by Iran. So you're like, wait a minute, now they're doing this brilliant propaganda because they're going to propagandize us into war. So war is coming. The movie is turning dark, and it's going to be. There was even an article: is Saudi Arabia opened up planes to Israeli airspace for the first time? So now the Saudis and the Israelis and the United States,
and then the Saudis are secretly meeting with Israel every day in Cairo. Exactly. And so they know how to put pressure on Trump. A lot of wild stuff behind the scenes, getting him all confused, telling me the war's coming, he's got to defend America, get it all rolling. And they go, sir, this will get us out of the Russia thing, even though it's not true. Be hardline with Russia, which is in Syria, and then get with Saudi Arabia, and exactly, and the whole thing unfolds.
Yeah, so that's the clip, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. Now we're going to talk about something else. Hold on 1 second. So before we talk about the next topic that is something I want to cover in relation to what's going on in Saudi Arabia, I just want to tell you that I rewatched the video, and it should be no lags, slight lag maybe, but nothing that's unbearable. So I hope that that's better for you guys who missed out on that, and I hope that didn't affect the video too badly. But, you know, you can tell that when you have somebody who's trying to present the truth and they do it in a clear and a succinct fashion that people tend to relate to, it becomes a threat. And then things start going wrong when you use technology, especially when you are talking about technology being, of course, the problem in most instances. Now, I'm the biggest proponent of technological innovation and taking advantage of what we have here as far as a user interface and operating systems and all that. But it really becomes problematic when there's just a few who have control of the means, and that is really the problem. So we're going to reread this post, though. It's 76 from November 5th. I think it really is very important. So it says, martial law declared in Saudi Arabia. Why is this relevant? How much money was donated by Clinton Foundation to Clinton Foundation by Saudi Arabia? How much money was donated to John McCain Institute by Saudi Arabia? How much money was donated to Pelosi Foundation? How much money was donated to Chuck Schumer by Saudi Arabia? What other bad actors have been paid by Saudi Arabia? Bribed, not just Democrats. Why did the Bush family recently come out against POTUS? Who is good? What are the laws in Saudi Arabia versus U.S. charged criminals? What information might be gained by these detainees? Why is this important? Saudi Arabia is pointing at U.S. as infiltrated. What force is actively deployed in Saudi Arabia? National Guard? Have faith. These crumbs in time will equate to the biggest drops ever disclosed in our history. Remember, disinformation is real. God bless. Alice in Wonderland, The Great Awakening, Q. Okay. Now, we have a lot going on here. And I think that it's really important to understand that. Okay, so what I was getting at in my last video, more overly, is that the whole Saudi cabal that we are working with at the moment is part of a larger agenda. Now, of course, there's the Wahhabis inside of Saudi Arabia who are the most conservative, orthodox, harsher fundamentalists. But then you look at that in a broader spectrum and you have them in comparison to other regimes around the area. And not many are very much in favor of the same type of human rights and abilities that we have here in America. And if they are, they outwardly project it, but inwardly oppressed. So it's really something to be examined here as to what we're doing globally. But what is Trump trying to do is the question. And I think and I believe that it's fairly obvious that Trump is trying to position our country in a place where we have our own autonomy and independence and sovereignty, and we're not the traditional imperialists, marching in to rectify situations that have little or nothing to do with our national security for the most part, until we allow the infiltration from those countries into our political system, into our economic system. I mean, look at what's going on with China. Look at what's going on with other countries around the world who are basically using the United States as their depository and their manufacturing consumer base. It's really become a problem for America. We don't produce things here. We don't make a lot of our own steel. We don't make a lot of our own computer chips. We don't make a lot of our own smart technology. That's problematic in and of itself. But when you couple that with the fact that you have like the Clinton Foundation and Hussein and others coming together and basically selling, purportedly and allegedly, those fundamental core asset values to our country down to China, and allowing the intellectual property theft that China has so rampantly participated in. And then you look at this here. This is what we get with the looser border patrol. This is previously we had Obama, who was literally driving these people to the border, or driving these people from the border into U.S. major cities and dropping them off, no questions asked. Now you have Trump tweeting here, Border Patrol agents are not allowed to properly do their job at the border because of ridiculous liberal Democrat laws like catch and release, getting more dangerous. Caravans coming. Republicans must go nuclear option to pass tough laws. Now, no more DACA deal. Now, this is exactly what we have been waiting for. And you know what? It's like the last tweet that we saw from Trump where he says that the Second Amendment will not be repealed. Okay? Why is this important? It's because this is a part of a game that we play here. Now, it's not a game for everyone who takes this stuff very seriously. I understand that. But I will tell you this, okay? There is so much more going on beneath the surface that we can't see. But I mean, if you look at this tweet right here, the Second Amendment will never be repealed. As much as Democrats would like to see this happen, and despite the words yesterday of former Supreme Court Justice Stevens, no way, we need more Republicans in 2018 and must always hold the Supreme Court. This is a call to action to each and every one of you out there who are listening. I'm thinking of ways to do things here in my locale to not only help bolster the free speech that we have to protect, but also to promote just a dialogue and to get people's thoughts out there in the public view, because we have to encourage one another to do this. So I'm going to leave it pretty much there for this video, but I encourage each and every one of you to go out and do something to help your local community and promote Republicans who need the help to win the seats in their local districts. Now, that's going to be it for here. If you want to support the channel, the easiest way is to come here and click the big red subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell for notifications. That way you'll be notified as soon as these videos get posted. Thank you so much to each and every one of you who have subscribed. Without you, this channel would definitely not be possible, so thank you so much for that. Another great way is to go down, as I say, and treat this as a commentary. I apologize, of course, for the audio of my last video. That's why I made this video. I didn't plan on making a second video tonight, but I wanted to get that straightened out. Unfortunately, that did happen. But if you wanted to, come comment. We have our own QAnon research boards at the end of each of these videos. So thank you in advance for doing that. Another way is to come to Patreon, patreon.com, and you can search Just Informed Talk and click the big red button to become a patron, and you can come check out my rewards and my goal. I hope you guys, I need all your help, so please, please, please come contribute there. And that's going to be it for tonight, but just remember that God's grace will always be with you, and I want you all to have a happy, happy Easter and share His light for the world to see. So that's going to be pretty much it for tonight. I want to say thank you. I'm Craig. This is Just Informed Talk. God bless, and Godspeed, Patriots.